Hi there. I have to apologize in advance. I'm so sorry that I've gone over the same subject again and again and again. I really do apologize, but I couldn't resist responding to this video that I've watched. Now I'm going to leave a link in my description so you could click onto the link and you could see for yourself what I'm talking about. I couldn't resist it. Now, this guy, he was telling YouTube about his experience of a black woman speaking to him about him dating a Latina woman, and she said, why are you with her? You've got your own business, you're doing well for yourself. You should be with a strong black woman. And he asked her, well, what is your definition of a strong black woman? She said, well, a woman who has her own car, her own house, and her own money. And why I'm smiling, why I found it so funny is this is her definition of happiness. Her definition of happiness is her material wealth, which can come and go at any point in your lifetime. You just look at the men who committed suicide by throwing themselves out the skyscrapers in the Wall Street crash of 1929. They didn't visualize that they'll lose all their money. So the thought of poverty was too much to bear, so they threw themselves out the skyscrapers. Anyway, with this in mind, that this is their definition of happiness. Now, when I say this, this is not an insult. This is just a statement of fact, right? All right. It comes as no surprise that, unfortunately, for a lot of black women, they find themselves the least sought after women on the planet. And when you hear statements like this, it kind of adds that reason. I mean, that is her definition of happiness. Why a man should want to be with her, because she has her own money, she has her own car, she has her own house. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's fantastic, brilliant. I wish I had my own house. I don't. I wish I had lots of money. I don't. But yet it's non-black women who shows me interest, who shows a willingness to be with me and want to build a life with me. Yet I do not have my own house. I do not have lots of money. Black women are, in my experience, are very quick to tell me how they find me unattractive. But yet, when I'm walking down the road with a white woman, black women look at me funny. Yet I get the most negative response from them, but yet I'm not supposed to be with anyone but them, but I'm not good enough for them at the same time. This obviously does not apply to all black women, because not the black women I have dated, which makes up a minority of the type. But the point I'm making, do you see the stupidity of it all? You can't have it both ways. So I just found it quite hilarious. A woman's definition of why a man should want to be with her is due to no mention of how she could make a man happy. Well, in her mind, that's how she would make a man happy. Her car, her house, her money. Nothing to do with her soul. All to do with material, perishable goods that you can't take to the grave with you. I understand in history that when the Europeans came over to Africa, this is what I understand of what I've heard. Anyway, I'm not too sure on how factual this is, but to my knowledge, when the Europeans came over to Africa, they sold the chiefs perishable goods like wine, sugar, and in return, the African chiefs sold their prisoner slaves. They didn't invest in stuff that's had a long-term wealth, but that's another story for another day. You know, I know about the civilizations in Africa and stuff like that, and black inventors, and I'm well aware of stuff like that, stuff that's not been told to the world. But that's another video for another day. But the point being is, you know, check out this guy's link. You see for yourself this woman's reference of why he should be with a black woman. I just found her reasons. It's kind of sad, really. I mean, maybe it's an American thing. Maybe you Americans are just so into material stuff that's your point of happiness. Maybe it's American thing. I don't know. But once again, I do apologize. Firstly, for making a bit of a long video, and two, going over the same old subject again and again and again. I'm so sorry about this, but I just couldn't resist responding to this video. Check out his link. Okay, right, I'm going to switch my phone off now, and have a good day. Have a good day, you all.